What's up, guys? I hope you all had a fantastic weekend and a lovely 4th of July. We are off to the start of yet another week, and the price of XRP today stands at 0.6788. And clearly, we are a bit in the red zone over the last 24 hours. Today's video is about to get very interesting, so buckle up and let's enjoy the ride. But before we get into all the good stuff that's been happening to XRP and the XRP community, let's roll that intro. As always, welcome back to Moneyside, your favorite crypto news channel. If you are new here, welcome to the XRP fam. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications to get notified of our daily crypto news updates. First, we are getting this party started with this tweet from @BlipOnScreen that says, "Now that you've all diversified out of XRP into Distraction XDC, follow the trends. XRP will launch. Where do trends come from? Why did every YouTuber interview an open source dev out of nowhere? Why now? XRP is ready. See ya." I will just continue saying what I do best. Distractions are and have always been a thing in the crypto world. That's why we are told to keep our eyes on the prize. Not many will get to reap the fruits. So, stay committed as XRP will skyrocket soon enough. We are definitely closer than ever. Right, next up is this tweet from @NaturalMed777 that says, "If SEC settlement by EOY and XRP is deemed a liquidity token and rise to $15 to $30, what percentage of your XRP would you sell?" He shares this video from @DigitalAssetInvestor, where you guys could be looking at about $30 in XRP price once the SEC lawsuit is settled in a bullish way. I think you should all find this video, listen to it, and let me know what you think in the comments section. Further from that, we have this tweet from @XRProfit13. He tweeted saying, "On July 4th, 2020, XRP was at 0.1776. On July 4th, 2021, XRP was at 0.6771 at 1:33 a.m. We cannot make up these kinds of things. Just look it up for yourself and see. Don't just take my word for it. I see quite a similar trend with things here, and it's pretty exciting to watch." @RedCollie1. Personally, I suspect now that the storm will begin this month in July of 2021. Mr. Poole assures us there will be a 589 reset in the autumn, after economies crash. Trump, 1 through 7, and Mr. Poole have all talked about a storm. There have been 3 crop pictures, not human-made. Something monumental is definitely up on the horizon. The only question is, are you ready? Moving forward, by the looks of things, @BitBoy is turning to be an XRP maximalist again. He is talking about XRP now more often. This is pretty interesting breaking news, so let's dive in right away and see what he had to say in a video posted by @XRP is our future. Now, from this video, this guy clearly has some pretty key takeaways. It's relatively simple, and there has been a lot happening behind the scenes. So, let's go over some of the essential things he brings to us in the XRP community. First, he points out that Ripple dropped a boatload of money on the Brazilian bank. Now, this bank has many ties, and they want to use XRP to be the leading coin. This is something that we've been talking about time and again here on this channel. You can bet, even without listening to this guy specifically, that we have said XRP is going to be the one coin that rules them all. XRP is like the heart of the new age financial system that's about to go up. Right now, we may not be sure when this new economic system will go live, but when it finally does, XRP will be right there at the heart of it all. Everything is happening before our eyes. We can't quite say that we didn't see this coming. No, we already knew what was coming as all this had been pre-planned. Don't ever sit back and imagine that some of these things that occur in the crypto market just happen out of impulse. Everything is always pre-planned to reach the bigger goal. On top of that, we need to keep in mind that the central banks around the world are going to use XRP. As he stated in the video, they will use XRP as the leading coin, and we all know what this will do for the price of XRP. We will see the price of XRP shoot through the ceiling all the way to the stratosphere. What's more, BitBoy Crypto in the video also talks about the post-SEC settlement or news actions ready. So, here's my guess, guys. They will make all this happen after the SEC settlement occurs. And as he says in the video, Ripple will get a slap on the wrist. They pay the fine and then we'll be all good to go. Do you think this is how things are going to play out, guys? I'd love to hear what you think about all this in the comments section. But the one thing that we pick up from this video is that BitBoy gives us the green light that XRP will be the one. That's because XRP is going to be implemented into the financial banking system. These things we cannot make up. We have all the facts to back up these claims. I can't wait to see how things go once the new financial system is up and running. The banks around the world will all be needing XRP to facilitate their international transfers. It's just crazy how the whole world will be intertwined and connected together with XRP, helping to move money seamlessly. Now, let's take a look at this tweet from @GreatMartin that says, NASDAQ, last let it seems, could falter at any time. 1,000 point max upside will be an interesting 12 months and beyond. If you look closer at the images, you can see what he's trying to explain here. The market could dump at any time. You all have no choice but to be prepared for this market as things are about to take a roller coaster. Another tweet here from @SudaPionati says, June 11th, 2021, XDC begins value breakout against XRP. April, May, June, July. Watch closely. Opportunity to reinvest XDC into XRP coming soon? I'm watching. Well, it seems like XRP is rising next. Now, before we get to the last tweet, there have been some pretty exciting news that happened earlier today. Looking over at an article on U.Today, we can see the headlines: 195.5 million XRP transferred by 3 major exchanges, while XRP keeps trading at 0.6. Let's quickly see what this article says. According to the data posted by the Whale Alert blockchain service, over the past 16 hours, close to a whopping 200 million XRP has been shifted by cryptocurrency trading venues. Major crypto traders move 195.5 million XRP. As per the data shared by the Whale Alert team, over the last 16 hours, 3 top-tier crypto exchanges have shifted over 195 million XRP tokens, an equivalent of 131, 742, and 145 in traditional fiat currency. 3 digital exchanges were involved in these transfers. The most extensive XRP stash was moved by the Bybit platform to Binance. 109,678,062 XRP, 74,568,574 in US dollars. The other 3 crypto transactions were made by the US-based Poloniex exchange. 3 transfers of slightly over 28,500,000 XRP. Overall, Poloniex moved 57,810,033 worth of XRP, 85,500,000 tokens. As reported by U.Today last week, the crypto behemoth Ripple unleashed another billion XRP tokens from escrow, a tradition it has been following since 2018 to support the coin's liquidity and cover the company's operational expenses. However, recently the blockchain Decacorn has begun locking almost all of the released sum back into escrow. Usually that's about 800 million XRP. As we wind up today's video, we will close it off with this tweet from one of our favorite XRP maximalists, @Reborn13. He tweeted saying, "Do me a favor, go out for a 13-mile run right now. What you will find is that the 2 hardest parts are the start and the last mile. XRP is currently at the last mile. Ride the storm. The finale is imminent. We just have to buckle up as this ride is about to get a little bumpy." Their plan worked phenomenally. Make XRP hard to get and not attractive due to the lawsuit. Steer all the new investors to the shitcoins. Dump everything. Now only the seasoned investors are brave enough to buy the blood and still have cash on the side while everyone is wrecked. With that in mind, let's take a look at the technical picture of XRP. Now we are looking at the 12-hour time frame perspectives. As I discovered recently, XRP is forming a very interesting formation in the structure that has the ability to convert into a determined continuation, especially because the formation recently completed with a breakout and therefore validation of the whole formation. As when looking at my chart now, we can watch there how XRP has formed this major descending triangle formation, with the coherent wave count in the formation almost already completed. XRP is now above the upper boundary and already pulled back to it to bounce from it, giving the proper setup for the upcoming continuations. These continuations will follow up and firstly approach the initial target zone marked in my chart in blue in the 0.898 level. When this initial target is reached, it has to be elevated how XRP continues further, and how a continuation of the established volatility can look like, or there firstly comes a pullback, which also is possible in this case. It will be an important and interesting development ahead. As always, trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind, we are not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Tell us what you think in the comments section below, and let's have a conversation. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and to click on the subscribe button below. Turn on notifications to get informed whenever we post our amazing content. We'll see you in the next video.